Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Straw Racing Collects, where today our director is trying to lead through as fast as possible.
I would on that intro too.
Well, you're the one who continuously pointed at me, so I just went with how you pointed at me.
Sure.
So today we will be doing a VR for... Are you zoomed in? You're zoomed in.
Okay, well here, take this.
And zoom out.
Hold on. You're gonna move the camera over a little bit. You should have. It's all right. Anyway. Okay, so today we're doing a VR response for bdkane721.
Is 721?
What? What?
He's 721?
Yes.
No, he's 788.
No, he's 789.
No, it's 88.
Well, he's 89 here. Anyway, you went and just subscribed, didn't you?
No.
Oh. So he's got 789 subscriber. Great channel. He does a lot of giveaways. He does a lot of slabs. He gets a lot of his stuff slabbed, whether it be SGC or PSA. So he does a lot of reveals for that. Really fun channel. Great content. He also does a lot of mail days and stuff that he's picked up here and there. So please go give him a sub if you haven't already. He does really good stuff. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. So the VR today for him is he finally finished the Topps Finest Sky Blue set. He bought every card. I think 95 of them were through eBay, and the other 5 were through ComC. So what he wanted you to do was guess how much he paid for it all, and if you're the closest, you won. So of course there's 3 of us, so we got to make 3 guesses.
Mm-hmm.
So AJ, how much do you say?
$586.
You say 586. Okay, JR?
I'm going to go with $414.02.
That's random.
I know.
Okay. And myself, which is the only one that really counts, I'm going to say $381.81. My race car was 81, so there always had to be 81 in it. I think I should have went with 281.81, but I'm going to go 381.81. So hopefully that's okay. I will link this to your video and everything. Please go check them out. You won't be sorry. Okay, now one of the other reasons we're doing this video is we have a package.
Really?
This package is a trade from, oops,
Maybe.
I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry everybody, we have a technical difficulty called Old Man. So it's hooked since '68. So before you put the cameraman down, it is time for
It's mail day, mail day, mail day, mail day, mail day,
Yeah,
mail day,
it's mail day.
mail day.
We walked to the post office, maybe drove. I don't remember exactly. We got our keys. We got
Depends
our
if it's raining.
We got our keys. We got our bag. We went into the post office and got the mail. If there was a parcel, we get this weird slip. We walked inside and got it. Then we read who it is, go inside and film this shit.
Pardon me?
It rhymed.
No, actually it hardly ever rhymed until you did that. Anyway, that was a very interesting mail day song. So, cameraman, if you want to
I don't
do
actually.
your due diligence on your moving of the camera.
Hey AJ, do you want to do this?
What?
This.
Do you want to read out the trade?
No.
No?
The next one.
You'll do the next one.
Okay, we'll do
So,
all of the next
this
video.
is a trade through the trading card database. He is a very awesome member of the TCDB.com family. We do quite a few trades with him actually, and we've always got some really awesome stuff from him. I'm just unwrapping the bubble wrap. We have wrapping of the bubble.
Bubble the wrap. Having the bubble wrap.
Oh, now you sing a song.
Bubble,
Okay.
the rap. The bubble of the rap is the rap in the bubble of the rap.
Yeah.
Word.
Okay. Here, word boy.
Okay.
There's your first handful. This is a pretty good sized trade, so are you just reading the first names? Oh, I'm a little too close, aren't I?
No.
No?
No. Maybe it could be focused a little bit.
Well, tell me what I need. That way?
No. No. Okay.
There?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know his name.
I don't know, flip it over.
No.
Does
Brooks.
it say? Oh, I forgot that these. Well, that's Don Mattingly, I think, and I'm not sure who the other one was.
Wrong.
No,
I
that's a
Google.
different guy on the back. It's a totally different. It's like totally different. Okay, now you're into the actual thing.
I don't want to read. So
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna,
I can do it.
Oh, I was going to do the first names.
All right, go ahead.
We got Howard,
From the.
then we got Mark, then we got Dave. Dave met Walt, who then met Randy at a coffee shop owned by
It's
Henry.
the big unit.
Then
Oh, you're gonna make up a story for that? Okay, keep going.
Henry's boss, his name is Ken, and Ken has a stepbrother named Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff has a best friend named Raphael, and he has another friend named John.
Okay.
John's friend used to play on a baseball team, and he was on the same team as Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and Kelly.
And Kelly. Okay.
That card's not needed.
Checklist. Let's go.
Neither were any of
Oh,
these.
That's that was Will Clark, I think.
Oh,
It ain't gonna tell you. Not 100% on that one. Doc Gooden. Don Mattingly. Not sure about that one. Dang. Well, that's Nolan.
No, Ryan.
Yep. Not sure. That's Nolan.
okay.
Okay.
I guess I'm creating a new story then.
Well, you go right ahead then.
So this is Rod.
Yeah.
Rod. Those are the same cards.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with Todd.
Okay.
So Todd was once on a baseball team with the other three guys from the other one.
Okay.
He was also on a team with a guy named Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Kelly again.
Yeah. There's
And
Jimmy again.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy and them all faced a baseball team who had Charles,
Yeah.
Jerry,
Yeah.
John,
Okay.
and Dave.
He's from a different team, but that's okay. Okay, it's your story.
Dave then moved away and went to a different baseball team, which had Jeff, Mike, Scott, Tim, Kevin, and Cecil.
Cecil.
Whatever. Cecil retired for a little while,
Oh, okay.
and then came back, and he joined this team, who also has Travis on it. And then Travis just decided to quit baseball altogether and
That's the same team.
work at a coffee shop. And at that coffee shop, he met someone who convinced him to go back to baseball, play on the team with them, named Rusty. On Rusty's team, there was also Lou, Lewis, Alan, and that was it. Lucky for me,
You're not popping the bubble wrap while you're doing this.
lucky for me, Travis ended up making it big. So we got to first like the Yankees and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And this is a guy who he made friends with, and when he went to the Yankees,
Oh.
and his name
Travis
was
never
Pat.
played on the Yankees, has it? Okay.
And then he met a guy named Jeff.
Oh, he's such a cool guy.
Well,
Hello, producer.
we must be thinking of the wrong Jeff then.
Oh, probably.
Then there's a guy named Mike, who knew Scott, who knew Julian, who knew Hensley, and Jose, and Ernie. And then Ernie knew Eric, because they used to play on the team when they were kids with Craig. And then Mike, just some random guy who appeared out of nowhere. Then we're back with Scott, who ended up beating the crap out of some guy named Dino. And then Dan, Gary, or Gray,
It's
Scott, Ruben, they all watched him get the crap beaten out of him. Then there's a guy named Brett who worked for Casey. Casey was the
Sunshine Bed?
Casey was the owner of KFC at the time.
Oh, what?
I don't know. And then the owner of KFC's stepbrother, his name was Strom, and he was married to a man named Joel.
Ow.
And then there's a guy named Jeff who's a part of that equation as well. I think that they were the divorce.
Oh, yeah?
That was a divorce lawyer.
Oh.
And then there's Tom.
That's quite the story you're doing.
Then there's Hugh, who once met Kevin at a football game. I guess he likes football or something.
Maybe.
And then there's Rich, who once knew a guy named Chili. And the reason why he liked chili so much was because he liked eating chili. Then there's Rick.
I just kind of nod my head, everybody, and yeah.
Then there is Scott, who once knew Pedro, who once knew Alex.
Pedro.
Shh. And then Alex met Jack, who met Scott with a guy named Caesar. Then Dan appeared out of nowhere, and he was friends with Wayne.
Wayne.
Then there was a guy named Scott, who met Cecil, Julio, and Alan all together one day. And then Alan met Ricky, who also knew Jose Canseco, some famous guy.
Hey, AJ, who is it?
Jose.
No, AJ.
Jose.
No, AJ does Mark.
Oh, that's right. And he's
Then
Mark
there's-
McGuire.
And there's Ellis, who once knew Lance, who knew Dave, and Eddie Murphy, the actor.
Eddie Murray.
That's Eddie Murray.
And then Eddie Murphy knew Matt, who was also a favorite baseball player, whose son's brother's friend's dad was a guy named Barry.
Oh, yeah.
And Barry knew a guy named Bobby, and Bobby knew a guy named Daryl, and then Daryl met Benny at some resort in like the Himalayas. Probably a ski resort.
Well, I would hope so if it's in the Himalayas.
Then there's a guy named Don. That one's not important. Then there's a guy named Lance, who was also at the ski resort with his friend Danny and Earl. And then Earl knew a guy with the weirdest name I've possibly ever seen.
Are you okay, Dad?
Yeah. His name was. You should laugh. Sorry for the earthquake there. Showing Dave, Paul, and Denny also felt it.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was a guy named Tim, who once played for the best baseball team ever. He was also on that team with Brian and Barry and Ivan and Andreas.
Yeah. Oh, here's your next pile. Or, sorry, the rest of them.
Here's the rest. Here's the rest of the story.
Oh.
Well, maybe more than one. But he was also on the same team as a guy named Greg. And Greg knew a guy named Spike, who then knew a guy named Eric, who were all playing on the same baseball team. And then Reed was also on the baseball team with Chris.
Yeah.
That's what you get. Rick, Wally, and Vince also knew a guy.
Is that clear?
Also knew a guy who was on the same team, and then Doc came along and healed him. My dad, that is, because I think I just broke something.
No, I did when I kicked the table.
Then there's Daryl, Tom, and Petey.
Peter.
No, it's Petey. See, it's Petey.
It's Pete.
E.
Pete.
E. It's Petey because
Gotta
he
be
wants.
Petty.
It's Petey because he wants a cracker.
Oh.
And then, of course, there's a guy named Dale who just sits in the
Okay.
corner most of the time.
Does he?
Yeah.
Talking to Mickey?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mickey's a good friend of the guy named Bill,
Yeah.
who then knew Daryl, and
What did you
Darren,
do there?
and then Pat.
You
I
just
needed
mixed them up.
I needed a better name.
Yeah, but
Then
you
there was a
mixed
guy
them up.
named Wes who used to live in the West, where he met a guy named John, Randy, and Jay. Jay knew a guy named Zane.
Insane.
Nope.
Insane in the membrane.
Nope. Then there's a guy named Nico involved, and I'm pretty sure he was selling drugs to a guy named Tim, but that story was all jumbled up in the rewrites.
I think you're on crack.
Then there's Eric and Jim, who knew a guy named Tom, and Tom knew a guy named Ken, who knew Mike, who knew Jeff. Not you. Then there was
Well, that's
Daryl,
good.
who knew Mark and Pete. Then there's Javier,
not Petey?
who knew Andreas and Lenoy.
Is it Andres?
Shh. There was Juan with Charlie
That's Javier.
and David.
Andor.
Shh. His name is not irrelevant anymore. It is now irrelevant. With Keith and Tom
Like Petey?
and the with Greg and Mike somewhere along the storyline somewhere. Most of these people have been written out of the script now. I'm just saying everybody.
Oh no!
in the credits.
Oh, you're not doing the director and
And
the
there's
producer.
no. These are just people who've been written out of
It's
it.
Raymond
like Tom,
Martinez.
and Raymond, and Zachary. But then, right as you wouldn't expect it, there was a secret ending.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And Will Clark showed up.
and who had Will, Don, and Greg sitting around a table playing poker
Oh yeah.
with Robbie.
Oh okay. And then Terry walked in.
Yes,
Oh okay.
he walked in with the drugs we bought from Johnny.
Oh okay.
We actually bought them from Bud, who knew the guy who made it named Willie. Don't you dare, or I will do it again. Then there's a guy named Royce,
Yeah.
who was involved with supplying some more drugs to out people like Thomas
Oh yeah.
and Dave.
Were they performance enhancing drugs?
No,
Were they steroids? Well, that's what baseball was.
it was
back
not.
then.
It was not steroids.
Oh.
It was steroids.
Oh.
They're not called steroids in this world. Then there was
I don't know what world
then
you're
there
in.
was
so-
Marty, who met Craig, who met Benny, who met Craig by selling
That's
drugs
Greg.
from Steve and Paul, who knew a guy named Andy who bought same drugs from the guy who made it, Willie. I think I got his name right.
I have
Then
no
there was
idea.
Dan and Ted,
I'm
who
so
knew a
freaking
guy
lost.
named Ricky Henderson, the famous
yeah?
guitar player.
What?
The guy Ricky Henderson also knew Sam and Matt
Ricky
Who
Henderson.
also knew
Oh, my
Todd.
gosh.
and Mark.
What?
AJ, I'm done with this crap. Your turn.
No, you gotta finish it.
He can do
But
the
the,
next one.
sto-
He can do the next
the
one.
story's over. Do I have to make another one for like
You're almost done. Come on, you can do it.
Lloyd?
Yeah.
With an extra L in front, which makes
Lloyd,
it Lloyd.
right?
Then there's Horace.
Honus.
This is it. Walter, Red, Johnny, Heath, Ted, Chief. Oh
Yes.
good, I thought it said Blender. That was his last name.
No, he's a Bender.
Then there's Tilly, who
He's
met
related to Bender from
And-
Futurama.
Tony and Cal and a guy named Backwards named
Oh,
Checklist.
Billy.
And no, it's Checklist, so he's
Oh.
not important.
His
And
name
there's
is Check. His last
Craig,
name's List.
Jose, Daryl, Francisco, close-ups with David.
Just Dice.
No, it's just David.
Yeah.
And there's Kirby,
Herb.
who has a bucket.
Puckett.
You want me to puck the bucket?
Yes, Puck the Bucket.
And then there's a guy named Steve.
Holy Puckett.
Sorry for that. That just came out. And there's Ellis, with Travis,
Wow.
Mark, and Brady,
People are probably
who
deaf
met a guy
now.
named Danny.
If you're still
Todd,
watching right now,
and
I'm sorry.
Roger, Oswaldo, Derek. If you're still watching, name the name of the original guy who made drugs from the
Willie.
second story. No,
Really?
you don't. They need to guess it.
Oh. So, guess Willie. Okay, keep going. Joey.
Guess the first person who I mentioned bought the drugs.
Oh, I wouldn't even have a freaking clue.
That's why you gotta watch it through the whole video. And there's Joey,
Maybe you blambered on, so
and
what are you
then
going to remember?
Larry, and there's Melvin and Raphael, and there is Steve and Bobby and Vinny and Kevin and Mickey Trevor. Dad, go. Name them.
I can't. You won't put them straight. Charlie. Robbie Thompson. Bobby Bonilla, the smartest man in baseball, ×2. John Smoltz. Jamie Wright. Eddie Murray. Todd Hollingsworth. George Arias. Roberto Hernandez. Joey Cora. Eddie Tabanash. Brant Brown. Bob Wells. Wally Joyner. Dwight Gooden. Jermaine Allensworth.
I wonder if Dwight Gooden is related to Dwight Goodman.
Probably not, because it's two different names.
No.
They're related when your last names are the same, not your first name.
That's not true.
That's Ray Durham.
That's
Oh,
not
really?
true.
Name somebody that's related by only their first name. John Burkett.
Close the door.
Paul Wilson. Eric Davis. Fernando Vena. Alex Gonzalez. Jeff Suden. James Houghton. Russ Davis. Al Leiter.
Al
Leiter. You're twisting them so I can't see. The Act like Eckersley. Mark Johnson. Can't
Tim.
see it. Tim.
Mark.
Mark. Rich.
Mike.
Cole, Cameron.
Mike. Jose.
Valentin.
Jeff. BJ, which does not stand for Blogoff. What? I don't know what's happening anymore. Who's on the phone?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, next up we got Walton and Gary. Did I get it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then we got Lance and Darren and Daryl and John and Mark and Jeff and Ruben and Chuck with Pedro and Neilipi. And then there's Eddie, who is a checklist. Like. And then there's Jamie.
Perfect. Oh, you finally put him into the center.
Ah.
So thank you very much. Oh. Thank you very much to Mark
Sorry for my blabbling.
for the trade. It's an awesome trade. Look forward to trading you again. Oops, forgot one. So with that,
Oh, wait. And you have to put a shout out. Go subscribe to bdkane721.
Yeah. And yeah. Thanks everybody.
And have a fucking good day.